these days. The hero is so dominating. He just solo wins games all the time. Pubs, pros, it really doesn't matter. So I can understand, like, you already have the Enchantress counter up against it, but now you also have the Cask, right? So
yeah,
gonna be helping to protect a lot against those early dives.
that's actually why I was surprised Mineski themselves didn't go for the Witch Doctor against the Enchantress. It's similar, right? The 5-second stun from the Paralyzing Cask onto creeps is super OP. And I shouldn't say OP, it's strong. Because since it's against strong heroes, it's not really OP.
It's crazy that it's like the best counter, and yet it only stuns them. Like, it doesn't even help eliminate the army. Like, it's still so hard to deal with it. Teams are still, I think, trying to find that one solution. Like, Mirana was tried, it didn't quite work.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, actually, as you said, I'm always surprised at all the interesting strategies popping up. As you said, Mirana being tried, unless she's with an OD, sometimes seeing limited success. Oh, this Ember Spirit set is cute. A little bow tie in his hair, little ribbons coming out. Probably not what he thinks they are. Anyway, they see it all. They see exactly that Jesse Vosh has poked out his head already middle. They haven't shown on Mineski. See, this is something I'm going to be interested to see exactly how they rotate players around based on the solo game. Yeah, and now Brew showed him mid. Now he does end up going top, and as you said, it's going to be the Jug mid. I think that was obvious as you talked about from what players picked up what, but Jug mid versus Ember. How do you think this one's going to go down?
It should be fine. Like, the only real damage burst would be the Searing Chains. It should be, like, really advantageous for the Juggernaut. Like, if you try and Searing Chains him, he'll just spin, and then he'll go on top of you. Flame Guard won't be doing anything, and he'll be bursting you down. You can already see the harass just coming out here.
Now, already goodbye Flame God, and Cuckoo has lots of different tools to make sure that he can stay healed up in that lane. So we'll come back to this one, because in bottom, we've already got tied under, stunned up, taking a lot of harassment. First level, an Anchor Smash. He's going to try to walk it off. He doesn't have any other stuff to block damage, so he's going to take a lot of harassment here, and he doesn't have a salve. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I already got booted from the game once, so it's always good. First game of Dota of the day, Dota has already crashed for me, so thank you. On top lane, Jesse Vosh managing to kind of stay in the trees. Actually, Jon Snow here has 100% damage in him, and just gonna have to walk away. But this is going to be good for Mineski, because they're getting some experience on their offlane out, while the Tidehunter already super harassed out of lane. He only came to lane with one set of tangos. I'm not quite sure what the plan was there.
Yeah, I can understand the boots, because Lion has kind of like limited range, so you can just try and outpace him, try not to get hit by the early levels on the Earth Spike, but this means that he's really far away from the Iron Talon, so he needs to stay down here and get levels, because there's no other option for him right now. They didn't even have to block off the camp. And I love this positioning coming up from Raging Potato as well, because if BYB makes one mistake...
Speaking of it, BYB has found Raging Potato taking some tower hits. He should be fine. He gets another Earth Spike up just to harass this poor Tidehunter. I actually think it may have been advantageous to go back to base to heal.
Yeah, but just from the movements though, at least he does spot out the ward and gets the tango on it, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Double tango and a lot of experience coming out in his favor. There's also already a Chen creep in mid helping to harass
That's so
up.
annoying.
Yeah. I mean, not only the harass, right? The unholy aura.
Courier. Jon Snow.
And he do it. He's going for it. He needs.
Oh, he got it. That's the bottle.
Has been killed.
All right.
Okay.
This lane's now even.
Yeah, really well.
What a hero.
It's so, look at this. It's like so annoying for this poor Ember Spirit. He's got some support. Okay, this is going to be a lot of damage coming out of the Cuckoo. Can they find some more auto attacks? No, Chen is coming back in. Chen creep not helping so much, and now Jon Snow looking like he may be our first blood. He goes down. Those were some beautiful casks.
Oh, it looked so good. They just didn't quite have the damage ready there. I think the Flame Guard was still on cooldown. That's a rough life.
I mean, even if Flame Guard wasn't on cooldown, I'm not sure that they could have gotten it. You know, it's level 1 Maledict, even though you can get it off from super far away. Whether you can get in and do enough damage. Also, Juggernaut... Oh, he will go down in mid, though, to the Flame Guard. Just as I was saying, don't know if he could have spun away. Looks like he had
no mana. Yeah.
So,
that's the life.
I bet gonna get himself some nice return kills there.
They're gonna lose the Tidehunter though. They tried to make some sort of a save there with the Enchantress creep, but not gonna be enough. I mean, he's at a disadvantage already. Like, he's only level 3, Jules is already up to level 4. The Enchantress, yeah, the creep's there, but without your actual help in the lane, this isn't looking too good for the Tidehunter. He is close to an Iron Talon if he has to go that route though.
I mean, I think unfortunately what they need to do here for this bottom lane is kind of just sack him completely. There's more potential for getting stuff done in mid because it's a melee hero and up top. Although, of course, the Blue Monster, very hard to catch, is already level 4 as well. Has 6 lost hits to his name.
Yeah, that's, it's not too bad, I suppose. At least, you know, he hasn't been dying up top. It's really rough not having this courier. Like, it's not just the fact that you lose the bottle, but it makes a pretty big impact for your offlaner. He might have been looking towards bottle of his own by now, could be putting a little bit more harass in between just the Drunken Haze, so that he can get up in there himself and try and get some last hits, so... It's rough. Like, it's actually such a massive play to get the courier like that, and it's completely unexpected when there's no bounty hunter, right? Like, you're not totally expecting that Witch Doctor, typically used to be the Bane doing that. Mid lane, can they get this? There's no spin, it's on cooldown.
Yep, good. Oh, okay, Omni Slash comes out, but it shouldn't be enough, and Hafed again getting another kill. He does just... No, he's not able to. Okay, he did not do that. He didn't have... Oh, he doesn't have any points in Searing Chains, so I'm not Searing Chains, Sleight of Fist, so not good hope there. And either way, they get themselves a kill. Now we've got creep wars in the jungle, but neither side gonna take much harass. And this mid lane already a motorfest. We'll see. There's a rotation up top. Raging Potato gonna come up, has a stun with Jon Snow's name on it, and goodbye to the poor Witch Doctor. Can they find a return kill on this Venge? Instead, the stun comes out. The miss chance, is it there? Yes, it is. And Nando gonna lose all of his mana. Still dishing out a lot of damage. This is the power of Venge, right? He's already doing... Oh, there we go. Already doing 90 damage. Go ahead.
Brewmaster's actually so underrated right now. The fact that you have a single point gives you 45% miss chance is ridiculous.
And John goes down again as I'm watching this top engagement. It looks like he just got soloed by Ember Spirit. This should not be happening, it feels like.
It's like he's spinning and then he's staying. That's the issue. Like, if you use out the spin, then you can't be around the Ember Spirit. Like, obviously the spin's a great counter to it, but it's very clear that every time the Ember Spirit gets a kill, spin's going to cool never so long. Nando now going down again in the top lane. Oh my god.
Yeah, this lane is... All of these lanes full of murder, apparently. So the nice 3-man rotation up there, and I really like this from Mineski, recognizing they can't put too much pressure on the Tidehunter anyway. So they may as well rotate up top where they can get kills and disrupt Execration's tri-lane, or dual lane.
At least with these rotations, BYB getting quite a bit of space here. He did commit to the Iron Talon already, but it's okay. He's up to level 5. Jewel's still very scary, especially with that God Strength. Like, if he can keep wearing him down with the cleave, I'm pretty sure BYB might have even been in trouble right there.
Okay, there's a smoke completely broken by the Enchantress. They're coming from the high ground. She is going to be turned into a piggy. There is a stun with her name on it, and even with healing wisps, it's not going to do anything. She also didn't have mana, so she goes down. Jon Snow now rotating over. I don't think this is where you want to be, Witch Doctor. He's going to be seen by Raging Potato, throws out the stun. They have got creeps helping out. Can they get the damage on Raging Potato? The Ember Spirit comes out, and boom! That should be a... Well, let's see if they can get the Maledictive kill. Never mind, Venge comes around, gets the kill, and we already have 10 kills, 7 minutes in. I'm liking this one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mineski, you know, after that last game, they're just like, alright guys, we gotta win one, because that series was looking pretty brutal for them, so... Just getting your hands on this Chen, honestly, you can see just how much you can set up with the hero. And he's almost up to level 6, so then you'll have the protection of the Hand of God. And we still haven't even had our split come out yet. Jesse Vash about to crack 6. It's probably about time they start shutting down onto Nando's. He did just get another kill.
Oh, the coconuts come out. Will they get the bounces they need? Not at all, so Jesse Vash should be fine. As you said, does have the split at the ready, but they have rotated support elsewhere. They are back, making sure Sven gets good form on bottom and seeing if they can find something down here.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what he wants to go for, because the whole SNY thing is pretty much completely died off at this point. And we're basically just into Helmet Dominator into Blink Dagger is pretty much the most common thing, or if you're a little bit behind, or maybe even you're like really snowballing, the BKB can also be a very suitable option as well. Judging by this game, I think the Blink Dagger might be a necessity, just because you don't really have a lot of initiation. You know, you have the split, but it's a pretty long cast animation. Oh, Raging Potato. Goodbye, my friend.
In a lot of trouble, giving Ember Spirit another good old kill. This Ember Spirit, he is already sitting pretty at 4 and 1, right? That first early death, other than that, doing pretty well. Do you think you try to rush the bots here and then get up a Battle Fury ASAP? Because, I mean, if they can get decent timing on those, this Chen becomes a lot less scary.
It's always hard against these push lineups as the Ember Spirit to decide what you want to do. There's no, like, with the farm that you're seeing on the Lion, you should assume the Blink Dagger is not coming soon, so the bots might be the right option just for the farm.
Okay, down bottom we have a big stun coming out on the Tidehunter. Tide does have Ravage here if he chooses to go for it, but Spin out from Cuckoo. Doesn't look like there'll be time to Ravage. And they'll get one kill. Cuckoo looking for more, has the Omni Slash. There is the TP away from Enchantress and the Earth Spike off the mark.
Good guess though. I mean, he had to take the risk.
Yeah, I think really a good play there, and even though they missed, the one kill on the Tidehunter helping set them up for this push, although they do have to be careful about the TP in and Ravage. With Raging Potato there, who's been very quick on his reflexes, they should be fine. And this will be their second tier 1 before the 10-minute mark. Really well done from Mineski.
Yeah, I think this might just be a boss game for a bed here. Just need to try and still push these waves.
Okay, they've got TPs and they
Wow.
already get the quick pickup on the Witch Doctor. Can BYB find anything here? He does have the Ravage, doesn't want to have to just use it for Raging Potato, but they will get the kill there. And Raging Potato bought a lot of time for his team. Tower's not quite dead yet, but gives everybody time to back on out.
Yeah, sometimes you know you're just dead, so run into the enemy so that they can't kill you and then subsequently chase onto someone else. So smart little play there by Raging Potato, and you know, they'll probably just be happy with that trade. Support for support. Unfortunately, being a line, he is trying to buy out towards a blink. In fact, he actually looks like he might be going back towards potentially even just a 4-step here.
Okay, Jules gets the stun out on the
he's
Ember
going
Spirit.
back.
There is going to be a Ravage with his name on it if he's not careful. See, a neck comes out, and there it is. The Ravage comes out. Jules in a lot of trouble. He's just trying to walk it off, has a lot of armor, but it's not enough. Chen sent back, not in time. There's going to be the Earth Panda Split coming out and the clap, and now Chen in a bad spot is taking a lot of damage. Will most likely fall if somebody tries to smoke up, but it's not going to work out for them. And they are overwhelmed on the side of Mineski. There's a spin coming out, but Juggernaut will actually have the Omni Slash at the ready. He's not able to use it. He gets stunned up by the coconuts there. Panda is back into one person. This team fight has gone horribly wrong
this
for
is a risky
Mineski.
buyback.
Oh no, he gets the 3, but not off on the right spot. And Jules, he tries to come back into the fight with his buyback, but he may be in a lot of trouble. They are able to dive the tower. Nando going deep. Jon Snow ready to follow him is level 5. Not quite level 6, but there's no way out for Jules. And suddenly Mineski deep in a hole, losing their carry again. That was a 5 for 0 for Execration when we include that, for Mineski when we include that buyback. This is not great. Mineski, what are you doing?
And that's like one of those fights that essentially just secured Execration the lead for the next what feels like, I would say, 8 to 9 minutes, unless there's a subsequently like awful, you know, engagement on their part. But that buyback into nothing, buying back without God Strength is basically the exact same reasoning why you don't have Aegis on Sven like all that often, you know? But yeah, there's typically going to be a better hero for it, because when you're coming back without that God Strength, like you saw him get in there, he had a great 3-man stun trying to save the Juggernaut, but then, I mean, having God Strength probably could have got a kill or 2 off that. Knocking the case here, and actually something kind of comical. Raging Potato, he tried like 3 times to try and get these Tranquil boots built. I was wondering what he was doing, so he's just going straight for the Aether Lens, so now bots are like definitely dead here from the Ember Spirit. In fact, he looks like he already purchased up something from that last engagement, so what's he got? Yeah, he got the bots, so there's like no way they can catch him out.
I mean, this Ember
without going for the blink.
He went from already being pretty well off. Before that, last game fight 4-1. Now he's 8-1. This is an Ember who has good potential to snowball, and he's traditionally a hero. I mean, this is the thing I was the most worried about with Execration's lineup, right? The Ember takes a while to get online. Not so worried here. Has an invis rune wandering up top. They need to be very careful. Oh, he's just gonna get the solo Chen kill.
This is the best. This is like your Darkseer Invis.
Yeah, this is like Darkseer Bounty Hunter. This is some brutal stuff. And Ember, he's just waiting until cost gets low. There's the Searing Chains. He uses a Sleight of Fist, gets 1 kill. Really find anything on Dusty Bosch. They do get the tower with the creeps. Their folks are turning up. Ember maybe overstayed his welcome. He's trying to make sure his remnant is far away from where the heroes are. But the stun misses! Oh my goodness, Raging Potato. Doesn't matter. Finger comes out. He's gonna burn that Aegis immediately. Death Ward coming out onto Raging Potato from Jon Snow. Can they find anything else? We got some claps with his name on it, so they won't get that kill. And at the same time, they do manage to get another, yeah, hold on, they're gonna get this tower in mid. Let's see.
Well, they need everything they can right now, honestly. Just try and open up the map a little bit more, maybe get some more rotations. It gets so much harder at this point for the Chen to do anything.
Oh gosh, the Sven does come in, throws out that God Strength. I don't know if they know that Nando is here. Nando has a TP away. Isn't going for it.
Nando.
What's going on? He does have support coming in. There's going to be the swap out. Oh no, Jon Snow, not Jon Snow. He can't even get the paralyzing cast off Cuckoo though.
This is like the ultimate
He
bait.
does have Omni Slash. He does go down before he has the Omni Slash coming out. And they still have Ravage at the ready, albeit the Tidehunter not exactly in the right place for this. But Ember Spirit, he is going hard. Raging Potato throws out that stun. No longer has Finger. And it's looking like the Impetus and the Burn going to bring him down. Tidehunter finally getting there. No! Raging Potato, he's going to fall. The Burn too much for him. Finally, the Tidehunter in good position for this, and they cannot defend this tower from Mineski.
Man, what a bait by Nando. That's, I mean, plays. They take a big engagement, don't have to use the Ravage for it. Means that you have the complete threat of it for pushing. They can easily take this tower. I mean, unfortunately they don't have Aegis, so probably not willing to try the high ground push here. Potentially, but it would be a lot safer just to head top.
Okay, Searing Chains, he gets it on the Chen. He is still going hard. The Ravage doesn't quite hit the Chen. He's still just walking it off. Oh no, but the Chen moves back into the Flame God. Now the spin coming up from Cuckoo. Has he used the Omni Slash? Still has not managed to. The Panda Split does come out. We got a Death Ward just chillaxing over there by Jon Snow, doing a lot of damage onto people. Cuckoo thinking about coming back in. He is got them far enough away from the creeps. He can use that Omni Slash and gets it out onto the Enchantress. Now they're working to clean up the Tidehunter using the Sven. A lot of damage, and they will find it. This is big for Mineski. They need anything they can find here. And it looks like they finally found some kills.
Yeah, just once the Ravage doesn't hit, you just gotta disengage, honestly. That's just a big mistake coming out there from Execration. Like, you have this big lead, you've just achieved so much, and the only way they can come back is by making foolish plays where you have such a big advantage. They could have just held Ravaged and pushed in both towers top lane, I'm sure, like during that entire Ravage duration. So, a little bit disappointing there after such a nice little bait in the mid lane, but it's going to bring Mineski a slight chance back in this game. They're only down 3k, so it's certainly not a disaster. Like, they still have a couple towers for themselves to take on the map. It's still even, 3-3. The big problem, though, obviously, is just going to be at bed. Like, he's closing in on that Battle Fury, only about 800 gold away. And what are you going to do? Now, Lion did just get the kill, so he's closer to the Aether Lens, thanks to the Tidehunter, but, like, without a Blink Dagger, I don't know how you kill this Ember. Brewmaster won't be enough.
There's also always, of course, the worry in your head. I mean, you've got a... Are you having some tech issues? You got an Ember Spirit who has almost got a 15-minute Battle Fury. It'll be about, what, 17 minutes here when this Battle Fury comes out. That's... I only know the 6.85 timing, but in 6.85, the average Battle Fury timing on Ember Spirit was 25 minutes, to put this in perspective. That was usually on Embers who went bots and then Tranquils. So this Ember is well ahead of the curve. He is going to be super early on all these items. He's not a hero who traditionally has the easiest of times farming in the mid lane, maybe. So he's got a good thing going.
Yeah, being 11 kills tends to accelerate that ever so slightly.
Just a little.
Just a little, it's something else, honestly. It's crazy. He's 11 out of the 15 kills being attributed over to him. And when you look at the side of Mineski and you're trying to find that same kind of a pacing and someone who's even keeping up with that, there's nothing even close, right? Like Jesse Vash, he's 1-0-3. Yeah, he hasn't died, but we haven't really seen a lot come out from the split. It was good control in that last fight to help them pick up a couple kills, but now that he has the Blink Dagger, if they can actually get on the offensive, and wow, he actually is going back for the old school SNY. That is something we haven't seen in a while.
When you said this isn't something we see, all I could think was, I don't know how many of Empire's games you get to catch, but Havost? Okay, so...
Even now, though, it's just like, I haven't seen one in forever.
No, so Havost he does it like every game, even in game. There was a game Havost went for the SNY and they were really far behind, like they needed the BKB. And as you said, it's like, you can't often afford it. You need the Blink, you need the Helm of the Dominator, and I remember this game where Havost is like, no, I'm going SNY, guys, and they almost lost that game. Pretty much in the back of it.
It was like the biggest trend. It was like guaranteed. In fact, it hadn't even been done before this patch, or it might have been last patch when it started, but either way, the recent trend, it was the very first time it ever even been done, going like Helm SNY. It had never been done before in like the history, and then it was happening in like 100% of Sven games, but lately we've had a couple different options. A couple people now disassembling for the armlet, which has been pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've been kind of enjoying those plays. Very, YOLO style, but when it works out, it looks pretty flashy.
Good news for Mineski, obviously took a good team fight. They've almost got a mech up on this Chen as well, and Blink being up on the Brew. They need some serious help with this Juggernaut though. He is way behind where you'd like your Jug to be.
Yeah, and he doesn't, obviously not anywhere close to that Battle Fury. I don't even know if he can really go for it. Like, you're just going to be counter split pushing. I feel like they need to try and hit some sort of a timing. Even though you're this far behind, it's kind of risky, but if they just had a Blink Dagger on this Lion. Like, if you could just pick off the Ember, you could take any engagement you'd want, honestly. Like, you could go into something a little bit more aggressive, like a Manta style or something, just from Cuckoo. Like, something that you can, yeah, you're still more survivable, but it's more about fighting as opposed to split pushing like a Battle Fury is. And try and win the game that way, but instead you're going to try and drag it out against a Tidehunter, Ember, and Enchantress. Like, that's just not going to work. They need to, as scary as it is, they need to just, like, group up and try and win this game. Like, get the next Roshan, kill the Ember Spirit, win Dota 2.
Do you have no faith in letting the Sven farm up a bunch, you know, eventually getting, just kind of sitting back, maybe losing some towers in exchange for the Sven farming?
I mean, if he can get the farm, but it's surprising that he's got as much as he has. I think it might just be because of a lack of vision on, like, the Ancients and everything coming out from Execration. Because they shouldn't be able to, honestly. But, like, the global presence that they still have and the fact that you have Ravage always available. Maybe once BO1 has his Blink, they can be a little bit more aggressive around the map, but they need to just push in. Because you're going to lose this game going later. I think that's pretty clear to them.
Yeah, let's see whether Tide, I'm assuming he'll go for the Blink. That's the pretty standard build. There's not a super compelling reason right now to finish up those Guardian Greeds. Or this Venge, looking like she's building, she might also finish her Sange and Yasha before she gets the BKB up, but for both sides, BKB, pretty nice pickup deal with the lineups they're heading into.
No, it's good that you bring up the Greaves, because honestly, that's completely a viable option. Like, if Execration are just thinking, like, we're so far ahead, let's just go win the game, then yeah, certainly. You just grab the Greaves and you go for it. I think that's an option for them. Personally, I would just be like, what rush? Like, what are we worried about here? Let's just, maybe they are a little bit concerned about, like, some sort of a nice little smoke play or something from Mineski that could bring them back into it. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's got some great synergy with all of that extra armor against heroes like the Sven and all the Chen creeps and so on, but as you said, I think having the Blink initiation a little bit more powerful here. If you blink right on top of the Juggernaut, unless he is... it's not instant. There's, I think, 0.3 cost time on the Ravage, but if you blink right on top of them, it's very close, right? It's still one of those spells where you need a false reaction time to get off your spin or your Omni Slash, etc. So.
Yeah. Alright, now this is a play that might actually work here.
Now,
they can just get a bed.
How do they lock him down though? Where is his remnant? He's just gonna... never mind. There we go. Yeah, and he saw it all. He's like, oh, hey, look, they were all ready to kill me, guys.
Yeah, the only way that works is if he walks this way by the Observer Ward and you can get this nice little, like, long-range hex thanks to the Aether Lens, but no such luck.
With that, they're going to continue to push up top Mineski. Oh, there's actually going to be a swap out onto Raging Potato. He does manage to get the Hex out. There's a haste as well onto Ahmed. They're going to get the stun out onto Nando. Nando, you way overextended. The Hand of God comes out, and now Ahmed is on the wrong side of town. This Ember Spirit has to be careful. He does manage to remnant over to the side. Rock's still coming for him, but this isn't going to be enough. Look at that slow flying Rock. Oh, yeah, hits him. They're actually still committing the chase. He does have another remnant up, although this should be there's one more up for a while, and yeah, that'll be the end of things. So a nice pick from Mineski.
Alright, little bit intense there from Nando, just going for it there. But how far away are we? We're about to find out our Roshan spawn. This might be the big determining factor here, and how well the smoke goes.
Okay, we're gonna have a lot of damage going out immediately onto the Sven. He needs some help. The Hand of God, of course, is down. He does manage to throw out the Stormhammer, but the Enchantress, the impetus hits. Will he be sent home in time? Oh, he's going to just get out in time. Now, all of the creeps should die, but Sven gonna be A-okay in their fountain. Well played there from the Chen.
Yeah, and it's going to be, again, a quick Roshan spawn, but they have the vision thanks to a Chen creep in the pit, so they will know this is up here. Oh, it's actually from the, it's actually the Helmet Domination down.
Oh, okay, Rabbit's gonna manage to hit onto two. Here comes the Coconuts from the Death Ward. Spin is coming out from Cuckoo, and at the same time, Chen not dying to that Death Ward, but Ember Spirit following along. The only thing he has is the Omni Slash to try and deal with this Healing Ward. Comes out too little too late, so they get the quick hit onto that Juggernaut.
It's looking good here. Like, they can just head into the Roshan. Oh, actually, he wants to stack first, but they'll know what's up in a moment here. Just hop their way on in there. And what can they really do from the side of Mineski to contest this, honestly? Like, you'll have split, likely, by the time it happens, so potentially you can get some sort of engagement here, but if they manage to get this Aegis on top of the Ember Spirit, I'm not too sure what's you know, going to be the potential winning percentage here for Mineski, honestly. Like, you can just either take control of the entire map.
They just managed to take out Nando here. They should be able to get a pick, although the stun does manage to come up, but the coconut bounces. They're too big, and now here comes the rest of the team. Jules realizing he's in the wrong part of town. This man in a lot of trouble. He has a TP, but there's no way he's getting this off, and isn't even able to kill the bench. He falls. So, not so good for them. Just a little bit too close.
Yeah, and Nando's weak, but they still need him for the Roshan, so we'll see. Do they have... Oh, I guess they just have Enchantress. It's fine. No mix, get your back, bro. What a hero, honestly. I gotta say, Vengeful Spirit and Enchantress are definitely my two heroes of this path right now. Well, and Chen, obviously. Can't leave out Chen, but...
Earth Spirit.
I think Earth Spirit's really good, but I don't think enough teams have competent enough Earth Spirit players to...
Oh, I completely disagree.
To go for it. I mean, that's just the life.
What, disagreeing? Yeah, horrible. No, I think the Earth Spirit's super OP. Either way, they unfortunately are not going to be able to see this one out here, this war. Then now we're going to see Ember Spirit just getting bigger and bigger. Goes for the blink as well. Okay, I mean, I don't know what they do here for Mineski to stop it. I think it's not quite at the point where they have to rely on mistakes from Execration. They do still have smokes and so on, but things are getting thin on the ground for options.
Yeah, well, Cuckoo, he's gone back for the Battle Fury because there's clearly no way they're ending this game quickly, so he doesn't have any choice but to go for this pushing out farming build. In terms of BKB piercing, it is only the swap, so there is at least some potential for split push and like spin TPs, but honestly, like, there's enough damage that if there's an Enchantress there, you're going to be dead to her anyway. It's not an easy life here. Is there... we're close. We're 600 gold away from a Blink Dagger here on Raging Potato. So potentially, you know, that can be an Enchantress pickoff. That can be potential Ember pickoff at the end of this Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That's pretty much your win condition here. It's just constantly shutting down the Ember.
Yeah, and they haven't at all, right? This Ember is now 12-1. He has not died since the early game death in lane. I don't know if they have even the lockdown right now. I expect this Ember to go for a crit next, but if he goes for something like a Lincoln, they have literally no shot at picking him off.
Raging Potato is so close to death right now.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh yeah, where he's hiding. At first I was like, he's not low on the map, I didn't miss another kill. Oh, he managed to get the stun out onto Nando. There's a lot of support coming in though. He throws out the finger, the searing chains on both of them. Cuckoo gonna go for the spin, but the net comes out, and now Enchantress sounding away at Raging Potato. We do have a split, but they've already lost their lockdown. Now they're gonna manage to pick up the Enchantress. They have to deal with an Ember Spirit in their midst. They actually have him Remnant over to where the rest of the team is. So he has another Remnant. Jon Snow taking a lot of damage here. Nando gonna show off that BKB, but Omni Slash, he doesn't care about it. There's gonna be a Tide in the middle of them. Has a Ravage, gonna hit on 3 if he's so lucky. He has to walk forward a little bit, holding that Ravage. Look at that patience from this Tide Hunter. And now Chen going to probably be the victim here. We'll see, can he get the Ravage? He re-summons his army of creeps, doing some slow, but it is not enough. And at this point, the Hadoken creep not nearly as strong. Ember Spirit's looking to get some slay on to these babies.
Yeah, that's the dream. Anytime you can take a fight without using Ravage, like, this is how you pressure, this is how you win the game. Just force high ground, force them to come into you, and as long as that's up, there's really just not all that you can do. Like, someone just needs to tank the Ravage.
I'm not quite sure what Gigabyte is doing here. Sorry, Jules is doing here, but it looks like the Onsa is dying. Getting a lot of damage onto Akman. There's going to be a Ravage. Managed to hit onto 3. Jules still stunned up. Needs some support. A really nice stun coming out from the Witch Doctor. And that will... Okay, as I was going to say, it secures him and out. Jules instead goes down. Death Ward drop just in case. And this looking like it could be some good damage on this tower. They also lose Cuckoo elsewhere. He was trying to go on the Juggernaut in the mid lane. Okay, Cuckoo was trying to, he was trying to go on the Enchantress. They do not have either of their carries. Swap in onto Jesse Voss, who doesn't have that split. This may just be a Rax, maybe even more.
That's a healthy little crit there, coming out from a bed. Yeah, that's no buybacks. That should just be 2 lanes of Rax, and likely the game. I'd be surprised if Mineski didn't tap out here. It depends, I guess, on how confident they're feeling here, but like 3 heroes are down. You've got enough power with the Vengeful
Okay,
Spirit.
Finger comes out, but Enchantress now healing up 1,000 health and Raging Potato. Easy kill here for Ahmed, and they call it.
Alright, Execration. I mean, I gotta say, I'm shocked people were favoring Mineski that much. Execration have looked really good. They've been on form lately, so not too much of a surprise to win here. I'm sure many Many Bugattis, you know, have come out today. GG, Idol, Cuckoo. Extreme much love thrown out to Cuckoo there, but solid game, Execration, you know? They took that mid lane. We thought the Juggernaut would have a little bit of a better time, but it just kind of snowballed. Like, just couldn't